In this topic, we will going to look at the arithmetic operators precedence. As the name suggests over here, it will help us understand that within Julia, what is a precedence that is taking place when you are applying the arithmetic operators into the calculations. So far in my videos, you have seen some of the calculation in the previous videos. But now I will show you one calculation and just you try to understand what is going on with this. So the code is 2 plus 5 minus 6 divided by 2 multiply with 3. I would really like that if you are following my videos along with this Jupyter notebook, or you have the Jupyter notebook opened, then try to enter this calculation and pause the video just to understand for a minute how this calculation is really taking place. So I hope you have done that, and let's try to execute it here. And if I execute it, it will take some time because I have just opened the Julia, so it is initializing the session and all. So minus 2. So what is really going over here? Well, if I take a hint, then first this calculation is happening, which is 2 plus 5, 7. Then this calculation is happening, which is 6 divided by 2, which will be 3, and then 3 multiply with 3. So 7 minus 2 is what it is coming. Wouldn't it be nice if we rewrite this particular calculation like this? 2 plus 5, right? And then within this bracket, 6 divided by 2 multiply with 3. And if we try to execute it, it's much more elegant than this one, which is pretty open-ended. So this still gives me some idea, but even after that, how the operators or how the precedence of the arithmetic operator like the plus, minus, divide and multiplication is really happening. So the real order is divide. First, whenever in the calculation, you will see calculation like this. The first operation will happen on the divide operator, then on the multiplication operator, after that the plus operator, and then the minus operator. That's the precedence that you have within the Julia for performing the arithmetic operators. So sometimes whenever you are evaluating conditions like this, it will be a little hard to understand what is really happening over here. But if you really know the operator's precedence, then it wouldn't be a much issue to understand it. Now let's try to understand with one calculation. So what I am doing is 2 multiply with 3 divided by 3. So what will be the output? Just pause the video for a second, or maybe like 10 seconds or 15 seconds, and try to understand based on the operator's precedent that we have it over here. So I hope you must have paused the video and figured out the output, but if not, then follow along. So first, as I said, division will happen. So 3 divided by 3 will be 1, the output will be 1, and then the multiplication will happen. So 2 multiply with 1 will be the output, which is 2. So let's press Shift Enter, and that's your output, 2.0 or 2. Let's understand with another example. So 6 divided by 2 multiply with 3. So again, I would just suggest pause the video and try to give the answer of this calculation. So I hope you must have figured it out, the answer. And if I press Shift Enter, it's very clearly visible that answer will be nice, because 6 divided by 2 will be 3. 3 multiply with 3 is 9. Alright, so that's basically the operator's precedence whenever you have open-ended calculations like this. If you know what is the operator precedence, then you wouldn't have any issue in evaluating the condition. And even sometimes conditions like this, what programmers, or especially even not specially, but generally what I usually do is I write it in front of as a note at my desk, so that whenever I am in a confusion, I have a quick handy notes just to understand what is the operator's precedence and how to evaluate the conditions. So that's a very small but a very important topic once you are engaged into full-fledged into the programming within the Julia. And once you know this, the calculation evaluation will not be that difficult. So that's about it, and I will meet you in the next topic.